So as you can see, my avatar is holding a bagpipe, and that's what I chose to do my presentation on. And the reason I chose to pick the bagpipe, it was actually triggered to me after the very first week of we had to do online, when we had to listen to the Amazing Grace performed by the Boston Fire Brigade. I was really glad it actually was in our readings, because it just made me realize how much I love the bagpipe and figured I'd share it with you guys. I'm also Scottish and Irish myself, and as some of you might know, that it is a big part of their culture. So I figured I'd share a little bit. I myself have heard and seen many pipe bands. I'm sure some may have seen or heard a bagpipe as well. I've been to Scotland, and that's the reason I wanted to take you to a different part of the island. Just it was kind of over in the corner, and the scenery just really reminded me a lot of Scotland itself. Seeing the hillsides, and it was just really right on the water and everything. It felt like there should be a castle up on top of the hill. But anyways, I've heard many pipe bands be performed at graduations, funerals, parades. I've even seen street performers using the bagpipes. And I just personally love the sound, and very unique, and find it very relaxing. And they're really an instrument that can be played at any occasion, whether it's happy, sad, upbeat, slow. There's a great instrument. The brief little history. Bagpipe itself can be traced back to ancient times, mainly only through art. And it's not really till the late 15th to 16th century that it actually becomes more about it becomes known. And it's very common in European history, but it also comes from regions of northern Africa, the Persian Gulf, and regions of the Middle East.
Yep.
There are types of bagpipes. It's not just the Scottish Highland bagpipe, which is the most common and probably the most known. There's some like the Irish Uilleann pipes, the Swedish bagpipes, Northumbrian small pipes, and of course the Great Highland bagpipes, which is kind of going to be the focus, just because it's probably ones that people would recognize the most. But all bagpipes are made up of four main things. There's an air supply, which is kept filled by blowing air through a blowpipe, and then you'll probably recognize the part under the piper's arm, which is called the bag, and the air supply fills the bag. This bag is really just an airtight chamber that holds the air and allows the player to maintain a continuous sound for a lengthier period of time. The bag's usually made of a local animal skin for whatever the village was back in ancient times, but nowadays it's made of more modern material, mainly a Gore-Tex type material. The next piece is what's called a chanter. This is really the melody pipe. Excuse me. That's what you usually see a piper playing with, doing his finger motions on, with either one or two hands. And most bagpipes are double reeded chanter, but there also are single reeded chanters as well. And these chanters are open-ended at the bottom, which contributes to that constant humming sound you hear when bagpipes are played. And this humming sound you hear when bagpipes first started to be played, before the melody kicks in, and this leads to no rest really in the music. And the final piece that all bagpipes have is what's called a drone, and the Highland bagpipe is the vertical pipe, the pipes that come out of the bag, and usually resting on the player's shoulders. And the Highland bagpipe has 3 drones. It's got 2 tenor drones and 1 bass drone, and each drone has a single reed in it. So the Highland bagpipe is classified as a 4-reeded instrument, a 4-reeded woodwind instrument, with a double reed in the chanter, the 2 tenor drone reeds, and the 1 bass drone reed. And I mean, today the bagpipes, you can see them in a lot. They're starting to become in more bands, and rock bands are starting to contribute them. My brother, for example, he had a bagpipe at his graduation party. Many militaries have pipe band. Many police forces across the U.S. have pipe bands, and they're very, very common at parades, which of course usually the police are marching in, so they usually have a pipe band or something. They're also common at funerals, again, more so military funerals or per se. And actually, how I went about getting the pipe in the bagpipe in Second Life that you see me holding was actually a little experience. I didn't know how to make one. As you can see, I didn't make a place for us to go to. So I decided to search for one and see if there's one I could maybe borrow or purchase. So I ended up finally finding one, bought it, using the Second Life money. And it came in a box. I didn't know how to unwrap the box. So I was walking around Second Life wearing the box on my arm. So I eventually had to Google how to unpack a box, and finally figured it out. But it gave me a chance to figure out Second Life a little more and just explore a little bit. So what I actually wanted to do now, just to get you guys doing something, is I also got a little dance piece. There's a couple songs on this bagpipe I was gonna play for you guys, and then those swords that are out in front of you. Actually, I think when I start playing, if you right click and you can get on it, it'll Irish jig. But I'm gonna play a couple songs for you guys, and if you guys want to just take turns dancing, or whatnot, and listening to the bagpipe, you can hear that constant hum, which is really unique just to the pipe itself. Should start any second. I got one more. It's a little more upbeat. Sorry.
Where did he get that dance? Where did Rye Guy get that dance?
If you right-click on the swords that are on the ground.
That's it. Oops.
I think it's only one person at a time.
Excuse me again.
I think my maracas are playing with the Irish music.
Good. Look at the señorita dancing Irish music. Oops.
Other than that, that's pretty much about it. If everyone wants to get a chance to dance, playing, I don't know how we are.
We're good on time. We'll clap for you right here.
Alrighty.
You've done beautifully.
Thank you.
Do we have any? Thank you. Do we have any questions for you, Mac? Comments? Well, this was wonderful too.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Clapping, please.